Ja oikein hyvää päivää katselijat. Tästä lähtee jälleen kerran lisää Black Mirror 2 pelailua. Pitkästä aikaa tässä on tosiaan ollut iso projekti tuo Darksidersin tekeminen ja siitä johtuen sitten oli kova levy täysin täynnä ja koitin ahkerasti sitten tehdä sen loppuun ja sainkin loppuun ja ihan hyvin se onnistuikin. Mietevideoksi siis. Mihinkäs me oikein jäätiin tässä pelissä? Ei saisi pitää tämmösiä taukoja kyllä näistä peleistä, kun ei tiedä missä ollaan. Eli me ei saatu auki sitä Angelinan huoneessa olevaa lukkosysteemiä. Joo. Ja tosiaan pistin musiikkia kun ääniä vähän kovemmalla. Saattaa olla kyllä vähän liiankin kovalla. Hetki pieni. Mennään tänne. Music volume pistää pienemmälle sitä. Noin. Ihan vaan pikkusen. No itse asiassa laitoinko mä liikaakin sitä jo. Hetki pieni. Laitetaan tuolta vaikka 20%. Noin. Eli tätä me saadaan auki. Joo. Mitäs tää glass?
The lamp's gone out. The wick's probably fallen out and then burned.
And then burn. Mä pystyn klikkaamaan sitä. Joo, katsotaan miten tämä peli sitten jatkuu. Ja koitan Riseniikin jatkaa mahdollisimman nopeasti, koska tuli tosiaan pidetty aika monta tauko näistä videoista, kun tein sen joka päivä pikkusen väsäsin sitä projektia ja katon sitten myöhemmin, että enpäs ollut videoita uppanut tupeen siihen malliin kuin ennen, mutta kyllä se siitä jossain vaiheessa. Hei hetkinen, mikä tossa oli? Willow Creek. Pääseekö tänne nyt? Tänne pääsee. Okei. Mitäs? Täh! Se vaan pudotti ne kirjat siitä. Ei ollut mikään törmäys kyllä kyseessä nyt.
We all know that old one.
What do you mean?
A young, attractive lady is carrying a stack of books and lets them fall at the feet of the hero.
Excuse me? I'm the librarian here, so it's quite right that I should be carrying books around the place. Young? Attractive? Well, I'll accept that. But why do you consider yourself to be a hero?
Niinpä.
You're the librarian? Oh, then you can definitely tell me something worth knowing about this place, Miss,
Valley. You're American?
Yes, I'm a fucking American.
Darren Michaels. Do I really sound American?
Oh yes. Now let me see. Your accent is non-rhotic. That is, you don't sound the phoneme R at the end of a syllable, or before consonants. And you have hard A sounds. That's the famous Boston accent.
Awesome! I really do come from Boston.
I've spent half my life in books, so something has to have stuck.
So then you can probably tell a damn Yankee something about Willow Creek?
What do you want to know?
No kysytään siltä vaikka Black Mirror-linnasta.
The castle nearby, isn't that the famous Black Mirror castle?
It certainly is. Its inhabitants have influenced things around here for centuries. Sometimes for the good, sometimes rather more negatively.
How do you mean that?
Everything around here belongs to the Gordons. In the old days, virtually everything that went on here was all decided in the castle. Just what could happen in the village, and what could not.
And who lives in the castle today?
Lady Victoria Gordon, the last of the Gordons, her old butler Bates, and her late brother's widow, Lady Eleanor. I think there are a few other servants too.
Oli pakko pistää kiinni toi helvetin ikkuna, kun sieltä tuli joku kauhea rekka kolinoi ja mölyää ulkona. Blablabla kuuluu vaan.
That's the obligatory village pub. It never was a great place, but since the old landlord left, it really has gone downhill. The new landlord is Tom, the chap at the chili stall.
Mikä on
The fair will
chippistore?
be here for a few more days yet,
Chipistore.
but I wouldn't bet that it'll be coming back again.
Ja sitten kysytään vaikka tästä Willow Creekistä.
Well, is there anything about Willow Creek that's worth knowing?
Not a lot. There must have been a settlement there for a good 1,000 years or so. They found remains dating back that far.
Yeah, A stone circle in a forest. So I've heard.
Yes, there's one of those. It really only kind of got going around the 13th century when there was a monastery built in the neighborhood.
Monastery.
Also a church and the first part of a castle.
And more recently?
You're talking about the murders. That's 12 years ago now. Let's not talk about those.
Let's not talk about those. Ootteko muuten huomannut, että jos teillä on paremmat kuulokkeet päässä ja kuulette tätä peliä, niin se kuuluu kaiken semmoista jännää taustahälinää, mitä ette tavallisilla kaireilla niinku pysty kuulumaan. Kaikki tämmöistä lasten hälinää sun muuta. Mekin just huomasin näillä kuulokkeilla, että kuuluu taustalla tommosia kaikkea outoa juttua.
Is my empire, the library.
The library.
Perhaps it's because there's otherwise so little going on here. There are plenty of people who like to and who do read a lot. Sadly, often all the wrong things. Trashy stuff and the cheapest pulp lit are in high demand.
High demand. Entäs tää sanitarium?
I'm staying at the Gordon's Palace Hotel.
Really? You're letting yourself get ripped off by that old so-and-so Murray?
The building is supposed to have had a terrible past.
That's true.
It would seem that all of the male Gordons were a little bit crazy.
The curse of the Gordons.
Please don't tell me you believe in all that hokum.
I never used to.
You English. You like your ghost stories and all that a little too much.
A little too much. Ai niin, se hotelli oli... se oli... Siellä kummitteli kuulemma. Ainakin se Murray sanoi sille. Hotellin johtaja ja omistaja.
That's the museum. If you want to know more about Willow Creek, then that's the place to be. At least in the front bit.
What's in the back?
Mitäs on takana?
The newly opened Black Museum.
Musta museo.
Cheap special effects animation. Horror and titillation at others' expense.
Aha. Kysytään sitten tästä museosta.
What's wrong with the Black Museum? Why should you get so wound up about it?
It's not about informing people. Nothing to do with knowledge. It's about putting blood and suffering on display.
I'm afraid that's what folks are interested in.
Because they want a gawk. These are the same people who would rather photograph an accident than help out. They don't share in any of the misfortunes of those behind the spectacle.
Spectacle. The Order. Ai niin, tää on vissiin yksi niistä merkeistä siinä koodihommassa.
Can you help me with the symbol? A tree where the roots reach around and up into the branches. That mean anything to you?
Where do you know that from?
You know something about it?
You ought to forget about it again as soon as possible.
I stumbled across it in Maine, and now I'd like to know if it...
Maine? You come... But you said Boston. I've still got something to finish. Good day.
Good day.
Miss Valley, listen!
Mikä tää juttu oikein on? Kaikki lähtee karkuun vaan. Aina kun kysyy tosta, niin kaikki lähtee vaan menemään.
And she's gone. What was that all about?
Kun tietäis, niin kaikki on vähän tommosia omituisia ton orderin suhteen. Mikäköhän se on? Katsotaan sit museosainia.
Willow Creek Museum. That sign must have cost the townsfolk quite a bit.
Niin, ainakin kaiken muun ohella tää mitä nähdään.
A big barrel. It's supposed to collect rainwater.
Niinkö?
Although it's always raining here, that barrel is almost empty. Seems to have a leak somewhere. Although it's always
seems to have a leak somewhere. Niinkö? Siellä on jonkinlainen vuoto. No, ei me sillä vissiin vielä mitään tehdä, ainakaan näillä inventarin jutulla, mitä mulla täällä on. Kastellaan Angelinan kuva ja sanotaan, että me runkattiin sen päälle.
The library. Miss Valley's empire.
Saattais kyllä pelottaa sen hotelliomistajan pois, että what the fuck, you're a pervert!
The light is off and the door is locked. I'll have to come back later.
Niin, aha. Se library on. Kirjasto on pois päältä. Miks tää torni on?
The clock on the tower is huge.
Jopas teleportissa.
However, it seems to have stopped.
Niinkö?
That must be the town hall. There's no church in the village, but I saw one on the way here.
Ja se ei olekaan kirkko, vaan se on semmonen kaupungin talo. Mikäs tää rope
An
tää
old
on?
rope. It's wrapped around the pole up there, and the other end disappears into the canal. I can't make out where it leads. The water's too dirty.
It's dirty. Odotas se ylös sieltä. Eikö se mene, että that's dirty.
Aha,
Noin.
a little bucket. Perhaps one of the residents wants to save money by collecting some of his water from the canal.
Canal? Ai niinkö?
The bucket is full of canal.
Aha.
The bucket is full
Joo,
of...
niin on. Mä en vissiin sillekään voi tehdä yhtään mitään. Pistää tota sinne. Ei toiminut. Tarvii jonkun tyhjän pullon vissiin. Mikäs toi striitti on?
The houses here look just as dilapidated as the rest of the place. The village comes to an end less than 100 yards from here.
100 yards from here.
I hardly think there's a quaint alleyway, a picturesque canal, or a peaceful courtyard hidden around the corner. Actually, I'm quite sure there isn't.
Pystyykö muuten käyttämään sitä meidän postkarttia nyt? Pystyn. Okei, mulla tulee mieleen, että siinä alkupaikassakin on sama homma, osaa se kortin ja sit pystyy käyttämään vasta kun menen seuraavaan paikkaan niinku kävellen. Kordon päällä tää on se meidän hotelli. Tossa on se silta, eli tää on oikea puoli. Tää on vasen puoli ja tää on se kirkon puoli. No ei me tuolla tehdä nyt tällä hetkellä vielä yhtään mitään, kun me ei tiedä tällaista paikoistakaan yhtään mitään, niin vähän vaikea tietää mihin me ollaan menossa. Mikäs leipomo tuolla?
It looks like it's a bakery. Or was a bakery. Hard to say whether the building is still in use. It must have been built years ago. But now it looks rather untended and abandoned.
Untended and abandoned. Mikäs tuolla?
There would have been a pulley attached to that girder in the past to lift goods into the storage space under the roof. For a bakery, that would mostly be flour.
Flour, jauhoja. Mikäs babi siellä on? Babi, menu. Mitäs on päivän menussa?
I can scarcely recognize what's on the board.
Mitäs siellä on?
It must have been written weeks ago. The wind and the rain have done their worst since then.
Aha.
Taking into account this country's food culture and the look of the pub, I'm not gonna go to the trouble of decoding the culinary delights.
No mikset? Kaikkea muutakin puzzle oot ratkonut. Miksei noit kirjoituksia, että mitä ruokaa siinä on ollut? Mikäs pärli siinä on?
Overturned beer keg. Pure show for the tourists, I reckon. Even here, they're hardly likely to still get their beer delivered in wooden barrels.
Wooden barrels?
Empty. Exactly like in this place here.
Indeed. Entäs mikä tää papi on?
The building looks like it was renovated years back, but has been completely neglected ever since.
Se on
There's
hylätty.
dirt, dust all over the walls.
Tai unohdettu.
A hose pipe would work wonders.
Niinpä, samaa mieltä.
The pub looks anything other than promising. If I was a routine tourist, it would never cross my mind to go in there to get a drink, let alone to eat.
Hyvä
I
pointti.
don't know what these kind of windows are called. There are lots of little glass panes in a lead lattice. They're much cheaper than big panes, since you can use broken pieces in them too.
Olipas siinä taas informatiivista tietoa. Pääsispä tänne pubiin sisään?
Pub's still shut.
No enpä pääse.
I'll have to come back later.
Voi, mikäs touhu oli siellä?
Some hand towels which have been hung out to dry. The rooms above a pub are traditionally inhabited by the landlord and his family.
Ai, niinkö?
Even from down here, you can still see stains on the towels. But I don't need one anyway.
Mitä ne on tehnyt oikein? Se on bench. Vitsi mä missasin sen. No, ei sekään mitään informatiivista siinä ollut. Gas bottles.
Huh. Gas bottles. A red and a blue one. Probably to fuel the grill, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Niin, saattaa olla, että se paistetaan jotain muutakin kuin pelkästään tätä Texas chiliä. Chilimenu.
Chili, hot chili, super hot chili, Guatemalan hellish hot chili. Well, looks like they might be selling chili here.
No älä helvetissä. Hyvä pointti oli siinä taas.
A chili stall. A bit tatty. And it doesn't look like there's too much going on.
No ei näytä olevan, joo.
A chili stall. A bit...
Mä pysty mitään muuta se tekemään. Tässä toi chili
Willie's
sign.
Texas chili.
Willie's.
Now that sure makes me feel right at home.
Indeed.
Public festival. Only without a public. There's barely a dozen folks here. And
Mä näen,
at
kun
least 2
teet
stalls
2.
and the swing boats have already shut up shop.
On se maailmanpyörä
It's
tausta.
simply not worth it.
Puhutaan tälle pellelle, minkä kukaan ikinä onkaan.
Hi there.
Hi
What
there.
would you like? Normal or extra?
What?
Normal chili or extra hot chili?
I actually didn't want any chili. I only wanted to ask a couple of questions.
Nobody gets paid for just standing around.
All those other folks can wait.
Not exactly backwards and coming forwards, are we? I like it. What do you want?
What do you want? No kysytään Willow Creekistä.
What can you tell me about Willow Creek?
No idea. I was born here and I'll die here, I suppose.
Doesn't exactly sound like there's much going on here.
So there isn't. 10, 12 years ago, it was good here for a while. You could make good money, what with all the tourists. We all thought things were on the up, but it never was. Loads of people lost money, they invested, and then bit by bit the visitors stopped coming.
Yeah, take old Murray and his hotel for example.
It's still kind of half okay there. He's got a finger in most things round here and takes his cut. There's plenty more, though, that really caught a cold. They went bust. 2, 3 of them hanged themselves.
Jahas. Kyllä kuulostaa tyhmältä jätkältä. Entäs tää Miss Valley?
What can you tell me about Miss Valley?
She's a nutter. She's been in the loony bin.
Nada.
She belongs back in there, too. That's what I say.
So, what's wrong with her?
She never got over what happened to her brother.
So? Come on then. What about it?
What about
12 years ago. A series of murders. The murder that caused the biggest sensation all across the country was when little Vic Valley was killed. A little boy who was murdered by Samuel Gordon in a stone circle in the forest. And in a very nasty way, too.
Stone Circle.
That's really awful. And Miss Valley...
Well, she's the sister. She found him the next day. It really screwed her up. Stopped eating, didn't speak to anyone anymore. When she swallowed a load of rat poison, she was committed.
Oh, jeez. And in spite of all that, she's come back out now and is back living in Willow Creek of all places?
Turned up here again a few years back. The doctors reckoned it would be better for her, but once you've had roof damage, then, well, it's always gonna leak, isn't it? That's what I say.
Miksi se pelissä pitää olla aina silleen, että kun puhutaan joku tyypin kanssa, niin se teksti pitää just nimenomaan sen väristä olla, kun toi tausta on. Mä en edelleen helvetti tajua sitä. Miksi se on vihreä nyt? Miksi se voi olla vaikka kirkkaan punainen tai pinkki tai joku, joka erottuu tosta vihreästä ulospäin? No niin, kysytään museosta sitten seuraavaksi.
What can you tell me about the museum?
That's another brilliant idea from the town hall. Who, I ask you, wants to see that load of old crap in there?
Load of crap in there. No kysy tästä itsestään sitten.
Who are you?
What's that got to do with you?
My name's Darren. I'm studying English literature and would like to learn more about the country and its people. That sound familiar to you?
Should it?
A fellow student of mine may well have been around here recently.
No idea.
You'd have noticed her. Tall, pretty...
Haven't seen her, and I'm here pretty much all day. Hunkered down here. My name's Tom.
My name's Tom. Kysy tästä juhlasta, mikä täällä tällä hetkellä pyörii.
So, not exactly a lot going on around here then.
You think I don't know that? Crowds of folk from all
Tai
over the
festival.
place. Loads of hungry customers, you said. And then it's getting worse by the year.
Isn't Willow Creek also a bit too small for a fair?
Those clever pillocks in the town hall had it all worked out. They reckoned that people from all round these parts would come here. It used to work out okay, too. Everybody wanted to come and have a look at the murder capital. But nowadays, it's just one big loss maker.
The people just aren't gonna be drawn here by a couple of carousels and a few stalls.
And who has to foot the bill for all these fantastic ideas? Me.
Eli you're a fucking idiot. Entäs tää pubi?
Is the pub yours?
Where'd you hear that?
Miss Valley reckons it is.
You shouldn't get involved with that nutter. She's a few
No.
sandwiches short of a picnic.
When's the pub open?
This evening, after I've shut down the store. Those commercial Einsteins in the town hall make me keep open from 11 in the morning to at least 5 p.m. And in the meantime, I've sold just about sod all. If it was down to me, I'd have chucked all this lot here in the harbour by now. Shoved it up the Lord Mayor's arse.
I need to get on.
Yeah, I need to get on. Eli tässä on yhtään mitään. Okei. Aha, no olihan se jotain. Voi perse.
I don't reckon I'm gonna make too much progress here at the fair. The show people aren't from around here and won't be able to help me for sure.
Help me for sure. No mennään sitten kattoo sitä museoa. Jos täällä semmonenkin löytyy. Pakettiin mä varmaan pystyn vieläkään koskemaan tai tekemään sille yhtään mitään. Ja tollekaan pystyn tekemään vielä yhtään mitään, niin... tää menee hotelliin tää on. Sitten me ollaan menossa. Mennään tonne museoon.
The flight was supposed to be cheap, but the airport is in the middle of nowhere. The taxi here was more expensive than a private jet.
Calm down, Albert.
Albert.
And on top of that, your friend's guidebook is totally out of date.
You were happy that we didn't have to buy one. No one could have guessed that so much would change here within a few years.
Yeah. Just shut up, okay?
Ja, just shut up. Persi. Mitä ne oikein oli? Brochures.
Postcards, brochures, and advertisements from Willow Creek.
Niinkö? No mitä sit?
Here's some info about the library. Shame, the opening times aren't mentioned. And here are the local places of interest.
Mitäs siellä on?
This seems to be a tourist information office, as well as a museum. But there's nothing really interesting there.
Niinkö? Mikäs tää bottle of bubble mixture?
A small, colorful tube. Looks like bubble mixture.
Ota se. Take it.
That's mine.
Mine?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to have a quick look at it.
Niinkö? Kukas siellä Bobby oikein oot?
A god. He looks a bit simple-minded.
Simple-minded. Puhuppa sille.
Hi. Are you the god here?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobby.
Oh,
Bobby.
Hello, Bobby. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren. Kysytäs Bobista itsestään.
Are you the god here, Bobby?
Yes, I have to make sure that everything runs shape here.
An important job.
Yes, Mrs. Puffed at the town hall gave me the job because I'm so big and strong.
Of course. No one would mess with you, right?
No.
No. I'm
No.
happy that I can work here. Tom says I'm too stupid. But Mrs. Puff says I'll do a good job.
Just.
Tom from the chili stand over there? You shouldn't worry about what he says.
But he's my brother. He looks after me, and I'm a big burden, he says.
Aina on veljeksiä, just. Kysytään siis Tomista vielä vähän enemmän.
What does Tom do for you that makes you such a burden?
Oh, he does a lot. I'm allowed to stay at his place and help in the pub.
Does he pay you?
No, Tom doesn't have much money. He says I cost too much because I eat too much. But now I give him the money that I get here, then it's perhaps not so bad anymore.
He takes all of your money so you can live at his place. I don't find that fair.
It's okay. It's better than having to do those other things again.
Niinku mitä?
What kind of things?
Mitä tingejä?
They used to make me help him doing bad things. I don't like it. I'm a god. Gods can't steal.
Tom stole things and you had to help him.
Huh?
Oh, no. No, I didn't say that. Oh, no.
Busted.
Bobby, it's okay. I didn't hear a thing.
Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Darren. Kysytään paikasta, missä me nyt tällä hetkellä ollaan.
What can you tell me about the museum?
Museo.
I think it's nice. I don't really like it back there, though. It's so spooky.
Spooky.
Do lots of people visit?
Yes. So sometimes 5 or 6 a day.
Has anyone ever
Älä
broken
repee
in?
sille.
No, I keep watch.
Nights as well?
No, there's an alarm.
All right, I'm out of here. See you around.
Siellä on jonkinlainen hälytin.
See you soon, Darren.
See you soon, Darren, fucking pedopeari. Woo.
I don't know what I could ask.
Joo, en mä sulle puhu yhtään mitään. Mikäs pärälli siinä on?
A barrel, like the ones all over the village. I guess there used to be a blossoming barrel industry here.
Indeed. Mikä suuni siinä on?
Old cast iron stove. Does that belong to the exhibition? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Reminds me of my mom's tiled stove. I always felt good when it was cold outside and the wood was crackling in the stove.
Seku. Joo, kiva kuulosta se, kun puu räjähtelee ja paksuu sisällä. Mikäs globe siinä on?
I don't really understand why there's a globe here. I bet most of the people here haven't even seen the neighboring village, let alone the rest of the world.
Broken display cabinet.
A broken display cabinet. Nothing in it, of course. It says Black Ball of Destiny on the sign. Alright. I'm apparently standing right next to Samuel's corpse. Other than that, there's nothing here.
Onks toi se juttu, minkä tää Bobby ja sen veli on pölinyt sit täältä museosta?
And here you can see the world famous milk churns of Willow Creek.
Aha, entäs tää chest?
I found the treasure. Now I'm rich. That's just a stupid empty chest.
Toi oli kyllä aivan kauheita ääninäyttelyä, Darren, niin älä ikinä tee tommosia niin sanottuja wannabe-läppiä nää ikinä, tai mä huudan sulle korviin ja niin kovaa, että katsojatkin huutaa sen jälkeen täällä takana.
Eddie would have fun with this shelf. There are normal plates, painted plates, decorated plates, and glasses with soil. I don't really want to know anymore.
Ja mitä sieltä löytyykään? Ei, täällä takana löytyy Popin kondomi. Mitä niillä tekee?
A picture of a barn in the fog. I don't think the sun ever shines here in Hicksville.
Tulipas hurja mielikuva siitä, että antaa löytää Popi jotkut kortsus tuolta pullojen takana, ja sitten antaa Popille ne. I don't know what are those doing, Darren?
An old telephone.
No.
Like the ones they used here in Europe at the beginning of the century. More like towards the end of the century for Willow Creek.
Niin kuin mä sanoin joskus, minusta tuossa loistava ääninäyttely kyllä johonkin peleihin. Aivan mahtava.
I don't think that's part of the exhibition.
Uustomonto Bobby. Amante Bobby. Mitäs sieltä löytyy?
Cleaner, a mop, brush, cloths, soap, and glass cleaner. What should I do with that?
Mikä hemmetti siinä on aina kun mä pelaan Black Mirroria, niin pötsi tulee mun syliin kattelemaan.
Looks like a cross between a Roman chariot and a lawnmower.
Niinkö?
I study physics, not agriculture.
Agriculture.
No idea what that is.
Mikäs display cabinetti siinä on?
There's just that big book in the cabinet. What does it say on the plate? Gordon Family Chronicle. Hey, that might be interesting.
Mitä se sano? Tuo varmaan näitte, mie en. Siinähän se merkki, hei itse asiassa.
This page is full of medals. But there's a bit of text there too. And therefore our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Commit yourselves only to your one aim, that you may take control of that higher power.
Higher power.
Great strength lies in our secrecy. We stand in the darkness, in the shadows, and look into the light, invisible to all who may impede us. For if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. Only the high priest of the order shall be able to call every member by name and rank. At order assemblies, Every brother shall be masked so that none may recognize him. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness. Be wary, my brothers. Behave inconspicuously, but be wary. The day on which you must prove yourselves will come sooner than you think. Not very fruitful. I still don't know what the order's aim is, but it seems to be one single big aim. It's gotta be on the pages before these. I've gotta get that chronicle somehow.
Tää kirja pitää saada. Miten se kirjoitti sen? Niin sitä on vanha, ettei pääse sen anglinen homma, joo. There's something about this secret society in the chronicle of the Gordon family. Where then, if not in an old book, should I find out the truth about the order? Anyway, the display case is stopping me from turning the pages. Niin, tarvitsisi saada avain tähän vissiin. Eikö tässä ollut joku... Joo,
lock for the cabinet. The lock for the cabinet.
Okei.
And therefore,
ei, nyt joo, ei lueta tuosta. Okei, eli toi täytyy saada jotenkin tuolta, joko toi kirja itsessään tai sitten aukasta pelkästään sivu, että pystyy lukemaan niitä.
I'm not sure if this chair is supposed to be for exhausted or knowledge-hungry visitors.
Niinkö?
It's certainly not sturdy.
It's certainly not sturdy.
What does it say here? The death bell of Warm Hill Church.
Death bell. What?
I guess the church doesn't exist anymore. Otherwise the bell wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Kato, siinä on nitomismasini.
An ancient sewing machine. I bet they sewed the curtains here with it, and then just left the thing standing where it was.
I agree with you. Entäs nää läskit turistit? Hi guys, I'm from Willow Creek.
Excuse me. Hi. I've just arrived in Willow Creek. Have you got any tips for me? Is there anything worth seeing?
Are you also a tourist?
Tourist?
Yes. You could say that.
Well, we actually wanted to take a look at the notorious sanatorium today, but some kind of freak has made a hotel out of it, and the guy at the reception tried to pawn us off with some cheap tourist rubbish. Like we were thrill seekers.
Exactly, Albert. And then he said that the ghost of this Samuel Gordon still haunts the castle. You can see him at night at the windows of the burned wing. Really spooky.
Really spooky. I'm just
laughable. Anyway, we came here afterwards. We'd expected a bit more from a black museum. We'll go and see the castle afterwards. Hopefully, that's at least worth looking at.
Thanks for the information. Well, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
Onkohan noin supit, tai siis tekstitykset, tarkoituksena kirjoitettu väärin? Tai eri lailla kuin mitä nää puhuu, koska tässä on tosiaan ollut niin paljon... Mä nyt käytän sanaa typoja. Eri tavalla kirjoitettu. Jotenkin häiritsee minua. Typewriter.
I'm not gonna touch it. Unlike the hordes of tourists before me.
Mitä? Ootko koskemaan tota? Pikkusen läppäset perselle läski jätkään.
An endlessly long history of Willow Creek. Let's see. Willow Creek's underworld. The village of Willow Creek was founded during the time of the ancient Romans. Even back then, the river often broke its banks, turning the surrounding area into marshland. A few years after the foundations were laid, a small drainage system was constructed, which managed to alleviate the problem for many centuries. In the Middle Ages, the drainage system fell into despair and was largely forgotten. However, in the year 1867, Werner Gordon ordered the construction of a completely new drainage system in order to put a stop to the growing number of floods and resultant crop failures. This made it possible to keep the parts of the surrounding area dry and prevent the river from flooding again. Next to it is a little illustration of where the water's redirected when the level gets too high. And what's that? There's an old bunker from the Second World War here too, directly connected to the drainage system. Sounds quite unpleasant.
Eikä mun sinnekin mennä vielä. Mikäs bure siinä on?
What's that? An escritoire without a lock puzzle. It's gotta be an old model.
Pystyykö se aukaisee? No ei tietenkään pysty. Mikäs painting
The
se on?
pictures show farmers at work in the fields. Apart from that, I can't see anything interesting.
Aha, no mennään tänne Black Museumiin. Mitä päästä tosta? What? Mitä hemmettiä? Mikä tää paikka on? Murha.
The madman Samuel Gordon
tilanne.
murdered the respected
Murder scene.
Dr. Heinz Herman in a bloody frenzy. He decapitated the popular doctor in his own home, near to the village.
What?
The models are cheaply made, but don't look all that old. A lurid scene.
What? Mikä toi oli? Mitäs tästä käy? Sweet! Annetaan uudestaan sitä. Vielä kerran. Mikä vikbonen siinä on?
This seems to be about the murder of a boy. The youngest victim of the series of murders was the 12-year-old Vic V. He was brutally murdered at a stone circle in the forest, not far from the village. Here are some pictures of the stone circle. Witness accounts, a statement from the police, newspaper clippings. It looks like people assumed it was a ritual murder at first. Heavy metal Satanists in murderous frenzy.
Mitäs tästä käy? Ei tästä kun tosta puttonista.
Another human being. A child at that. It must have been dreadful.
Niinpä, painetaan tota. Mitä sit käy? Vielä kerran. No niin, se kuoli se lapsi siihen. Shredding machine.
A shredding machine? What's that all about? Shredding machine from the garden of Black Mirror Castle. Who do the mysterious traces of blood on the inside of the shredding machine belong to? What kind of gruesome stories could this machine tell us about its former owner? In what kind of bloodthirsty crime did it play an incisive role? A mystery that will probably never be solved. BS.
Bullshit.
A shredding machine? Shred who in a BS?
Flip. Kääritään tota sinne. Ei toiminut.
The window is locked and alarmed.
Jaa, niinkö? Mulla ei oo vissiin mitään mikä... Ei oo vissiin mitään tonne vielä ainakaan. Miten mä saisin alarmin pois? Mitäs sit tehdään? Tota me ei saada kumminkaan auki vielä, ennen kuin me jotenkin hämätään jotain vartijaa. Luulisin ainakin.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren. Broken display case.
Tell me, Bobby, the cabinet back there, has it been broken long?
Yes, Darren. For 4 weeks already.
How did it happen?
I don't know. One morning I came in and it was just broken.
So, someone broke in and stole what was in it?
Yes. I completely forgot about that. But it's not so bad. There was just a bowl in it.
What kind of ball?
A big black one.
Thanks for the info.
Black
You're
one.
welcome, Darren.
Darren. Black ball. Mikä tää
About
on?
the black ball,
Yes?
did the police come?
No. Mrs. Puff said they aren't interested in that.
Oh. Well, who is interested in it then?
Mrs. Valley, I think. She looked at it.
Thank you, Bobby.
Okei. Entäs tää kirja, mikä tuolla on?
That big book over there in the display case, the Gordon's Chronicle. What can you tell me about that?
Everything about the Gordon family's in it. Lady Victoria gave it to the museum, but it's only allowed to be shown here. not back there where it's spooky.
I can imagine that Lady Victoria doesn't want to see her family chronicle in that crappy, ghoulish black museum. May I have a closer look?
I'm not allowed to take it out of the showcase.
Have you got a key for it?
Yes, Mrs. Puff trusts me. I've got keys for everything.
Eli sut pitää pölliä avaimet. Antaako mulle ne avaimet?
Except the front door. And Mrs. Puff always puts the alarm on because of the insurance, she says.
So the chronicle is never taken out of the display case. Perhaps I can ask Mrs. Puff myself.
No, the book mustn't be taken out. Lady Victoria has forbidden it. She says it's an evil book.
It's an evil
So you've
book.
got a key for the display case, but you're not allowed to open it.
Exactly.
Aha. Mikä tää bubble mixture on?
Is that your wonderful bubble blowing kit?
Oh yes, I love blowing bubbles.
Blowing bubbles.
I've blown so many today that it's empty.
Maybe I
What?
can get some more soapy water for you.
No thanks. It's nearly closing time. I'm not in the mood anyway. I'm too hungry.
Why's that?
I had no breakfast. Tom didn't buy any bread. We've got no money because the pub isn't doing well. And now there's this expensive stall as well.
But you still need to eat.
Tom doesn't eat much. Beer's just as good as bread, he says.
Yeah, I bet.
Pot. Mikä tää on? Chili.
How about I get you something to eat?
Oh, that would be very nice of you, Darren.
Let's see what I can do. Alright, I'm out of here. See you around.
Kun se poppi on
See you
tommonen.
soon, Darren.
Se on tommonen vähän semmonen tyhmempi tyyppi, mutta se on semmonen. Se on hauska tyyppi se on parempi kuin se Tomi, joka on semmonen kusipää. Se ei tykkää kenestäkään niin, mutta tuo Popi on tommonen kiltti, pikkunen tommonen. Vähän semmonen tyhmä, mutta silti kiva tyyppi kyllä, juu. Hyvä sydäminen, kyllä. Juu, se on se oikea sana. Mitäs siellä?
Hello, Tom.
What's going on?
Kysytään vähän Black Ballista.
Do you know anything about a black ball? It was stolen from the museum a few weeks ago.
I heard about it. It doesn't really interest me, frankly.
Niinkö? Entäs tää Bobby?
You haven't told me you've got a brother.
Why should I? Half-witted brother isn't exactly something to shout about, is it?
He seems like a really nice guy.
If you only have to put up with him for a few hours, maybe he is. But I've got to knock about with this stupid idiot. Day in and day out. He can't get a single thing right. But everybody fusses about him because he's got it so tough.
Aw, jealous?
Jealous of that idiot?
Does he live with you?
I've been lumbered with him since our parents died. He ought to be put into a home with all the other retards. But who's going to pay for all that?
Nice to hear how your family holds itself together.
Aika kusipää tää jätkä. Entäs tää chili?
I'd like a portion of chili, please.
Now you do. Normal or odd?
If I'm right, then there's only one pot anyway.
Hot then.
Hazen. Hyi, mitä ääni läks? Hyi. I got the chili. Voisin melkein kuvitella, että...
Oh, the mighty lord is generous to the lower born.
I need to get on.
I need to get on. Varmaan käy tää. Ei käynyt. God damn it. Mä olisin voinut kuvitella, että mä pistän siihen sleepy patskaa ja... Eihän tonne pitää tehdä mitään.
Bucket is full of canal water.
Ei tietenkään. Pääsis tällä picture board... Mihin tää menee? No se menee just sinne museoon, niinku mä arvelinkin.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi.
Hi, täällä sulla chili.
I got you some chili. I hope you like it.
Oh, yeah. But I've got no money.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's on me.
it's so cute.
Thanks, Darren. But I'll give you something too then.
Nyt se ottaa housta alas. Please, Darren. Minkä se antoi?
Thanks.
What? Hom nom nom, se vetää chiliä siellä nyt poskeen. 5 minuuttia myöhemmin tapahtui mitä? Gordonin ruumis tulee sisään museoon ja... Aha, nyt se on ottanut vähän varustetta pois. Mitä tapahtuu oikein?
As long as Bobby's sitting there, I'm not gonna get my hands on the key in his jacket pocket.
Ai mun pitäisi saada se pois täältä. Mitenkä mä saisin pois sen? Mikä on sparkler?
An entirely ordinary sparkler. Was definitely much more valuable to Bobby than it is to me.
Siis mikä on sparkleri? Mä nyt... Onks toi joku... Mikä se on? Joku... Filavitkuti. Mikä hemmetti? Pystymme käyttämään sitä sinne alarmiin.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Älä nyt... Ihan korvan vieres kaveri. No en mä tiedä mitä mä niiden kanssa puhuisin. Hohoho. Tää meni arvailuksi taas. Mä en tiedä yhtään mikä tää sparkleri edes on. Onko se joku viila? Älä paina sitä. No. PS, puhusi. Tuolla on toi. Ei todellakaan.
There's just one single match in the box. I ought to think carefully about what I could do.
Jaa, se ei toimi siinä. Tää nyt ei varmaan toimi toikaan tohon. Mikä toi shredderi on? Ei shredderi, kun mikä se oli? Sparkleri. Täältä... Joo, ei mitään. Tuolla. Eli pystyy avaamaan sit tällä tota. Totta kai mä tarvitsen sen avaimen sen taskusta, koska enpä tarvitse mitään tiirikoida tällä hetkellä.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi,
Hi, Darren. Mikä tää on?
So, are you full now?
Yes, was delicious, really hot.
Really
and
hot.
You still don't want to blow bubbles?
I do, but I don't have any more.
Oh,
bubbles
how
just-
cute.
Should I get some for you?
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm out of here. See you around.
See you soon, Darren.
Darren, see you soon, Darren.
I'll take that with me.
Yeah, okay.
Aha. Sä otti sen mukaansa.
There's neither water nor soap in the pot.
No, mä tarvin siis jostain... En mä tohon varmaan pysty käyttämään sitä. Vai pystynkö?
Well, it's water, but it's not enough.
Okei. Eli varmaan se paketti on... Kävele nopeammin. Tonne noin. Itse asiassa mä teen tälleen. Mä klikkaan tonne ja sit mä panan tälleen. Eiköhän tää toimi siihen. Vähän kerätään vettä sieltä noin.
It's full.
Mistäs minä sit saisin?
You can't make soap bubbles with just water.
Kyllä mä sen tiedän, että mä en pelkästään siitä pysty tekemään, mutta... Mistä mä saisin jotain... saippua... Miten mulla on semmonen mielikuva, että sillä hotellilla on jossain saippua?
The pub still.
Mulla oli ihan semmonen mielikuva, että jossain siinä tiskillä oli joku saippua juttu. Hetkinen. Ei mulla ei täällä kumminkaan ole mitään, enkä... Se olisi voinut toimia. Se olisi voinut toimia. Mennäs kattoo sinne hotellille. Mikä tää on? Samuel's ghost.
I've heard that the ghost of Samuel Gordon has apparently been repeatedly sighted in the castle.
That's true. During the bad storm 2 weeks ago, Joseph, the homeless chap, came to me and begged me to let him stay here. He said he'd seen Samuel's ghost behind one of the castle windows. A harrowing face. He thought he would die. That's probably the real reason that no tourists come here anymore.
Yeah, sure. It's got nothing to do with the fact that Willow Creek's got nothing to offer but a couple of cheap plastic corpses. Thanks for the chat, Murray.
Thanks
My
for the
pleasure.
My pleasure. Ei siinä vissi ollut mitään sitten.
Even if there was the hotel.
Joo, tiedetään se homma.
I'd rather chop my hand. And what's this thing supposed to
Joo,
lights up in?
me noin nähtiin jo. Tässä ei vissi oo mitään. Eikä täälläkään tullut mitään uusia hommia. Näitäkään tuskin voi käyttää tänne, ei. Mietin vaan, että mihin sparkleria käytetään kanssa. Niin tää menee tähän. Joo. Bubble mixture. Ja tarvis siihen vielä saippua jostain. Mistä mä saisin saippua oikein? Mistä mä saisin saippua?
Although it's always seems to have a leak.
Eli en pysty tätä käyttää tänne vissiin, eikö mitä? Mä en pysty klikkaamaan ollenkaan sitä. Okei.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi, Darren.
Samuel's ghost.
Have you ever seen Samuel's ghost?
No, and I don't want to see it either. Everyone says he's evil, and that he has black eyes and a really scary face.
Scary face.
Mom says I'm a scaredy cat, but I still won't go to the castle. Samuel is evil.
I see. All right, I'm out of here. See you around.
See you
soon, Darren. Täälläkään on mitään saippuaineita. Vai onko tuolla sisällä jotain?
Put some in the tube.
Mitä? Ai olisi jotain. Okei. Okay. Guess there was something.
That's it.
Onks mun nyt...
Everything's set.
Okei. Okay. Hetken.
Hello, Bobby.
Perse.
Hi, Darren.
Eihän siihen pysty laittaa tota. No ei tietenkin. Noin.
Look, Bobby. I filled up the bottle with soapy water.
Jee, Popi on iloinen, jee.
Wow. Thanks, Darren.
Hihihi. Nyt lähtee pois. Lähteekö? Ei mun tarvitse edes nukuttaa sitä, vai... Ai, nyt mä voisin kyllä itse asiassa...
Alright.
Kiitos. Ja sen jälkeen sitten noin. Mennään tähän display cabinettiin ja käytetään sitten avainta tuohon. Noin. Okei. Eihän. No voi perse. Ei tää on reilu, että se nyt pistää kiinni.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, damn it, indeed.
Hi, Darren.
Hey.
We're closing now.
We're closing now.
I heard.
You can come back tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. See you then.
See you then, Darren.
Darren. See you then, Darren. Mulla on se avain vieläkin. Vissi.
Damn, I haven't got the key for the main door. I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Onkoks tää sitten jo? Homeless chap.
Get out of here!
Get out of here.
Huh?
You're putting us all in danger. You are death!
What?
Leave me alone.
Kuka helvetti tää on?
The curse. The curse. It's gonna get you.
Mitä? Vedä turpaa sitä.
Get
Vedä
out of
turpaa.
here.
Kikit. Se oli vissiin tän kaupungin...
Death! I told him.
Great. So I'm deaf. That's the only piece of information I've picked up on this trip so far. And now, back to the hotel? Or is there anything else for me to find out here?
Niin, olisko?
Locked up.
Joo, tonne ei pääse. Mennään kattoo tätä illan varjostamaa Willow Creekia, joka on erittäin kaunis paikka. Ja rauhallinen samalla. Tolle ei vissi ole mitään asiaa tolle tyypille, joka huutaa vaan, että mä oon kuolema. Se pubi muuten pääsee nyt vissiin. Sehän on illalla kiinni. Tai siis auki.
The pub looks anything other than promising.
Joo. Puhutaan sille trampille.
That's the bum who grabbed me at the museum. Poor crazy loser. Brain's probably totally picked.
Eikö sitä voi puhua? Voi tietenkin. You are death, blah blah blah. Noniin, puhu sille.
Hey! What's all that supposed to be at the museum? Hey! You know me?
You are the Antichrist.
What?
Yeah, and you're just a little soft in the head, right?
You can't deny it. It's in you. It's in your veins, in your heart, in your head.
Mitä?
What's in me?
The evil spirit.
Mikä?
Oh, that's enough. Your head is full of crap, marinated in alcohol.
Can you feel it? The menace? The evil?
Oh, get off.
Fuck off. Haha hihiha. Siinä on hyvä toi title, kun subi. Subtitle. Haha hihiha.
The stall shut up. Tom also said that in the evenings he had to look after the pub.
Sinne mennään seuraavaksi.
I've got nothing more to say to the guy. And he just repeats the same thing anyway. You're the devil, you're the devil.
No niin, nyt tuli hyvä ääninäyttely siitä Darrylilta. You're the devil. Eikä mennä pubiin. Katso mitä täällä on. I'm in the pub. Dartboard.
If I remember correctly, darts was invented here in England. Or was it Ireland?
Ei oo mitään väliä kumpi se oli.
The Brit...
Perse kun mä taas kerran lukeen, klikkasin liian nopein.
A map of the surrounding district. Looks like the places where the murders took place are marked on it too.
Niinkö? Mitäs poteleja siellä on?
At first glance, it looks like there's plenty of alcohol. Look closer and you can see that nearly all the bottles are empty. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom's his own best customer.
Mä oon samaa mieltä.
Mainly English, Scottish, and Irish specialties. Whiskey, gin, and so on.
Jaa, entäs tää Bobby?
I don't know what I could ask him.
Entäs tää
I
Tommy?
don't feel any need to
Aha. Mikäs siellä on? Eikö siis tää beer glasses?
Well, I'm no beer glass expert, but these glasses don't look all that British. I've seen glasses like that in pictures of the Munich Beer Festival. Maybe Tom likes German beer. And likes to serve it German style, too.
Just. Ashtray.
One full ashtray. Tom seems to have another hobby, apart from drinking.
Nyt se polttaakin. Kunnon drunkkari. Mitäs kuvia siellä?
Photos of famous celebs who visited the pub. Impressive. Even the Lord Mayor's been here.
Ai jaa. Mikäs turisti siinä on?
Did you see the ghost?
There are no ghosts. We searched the castles early.
At least the garden.
No ghosts.
No
I thought so.
Entäs tää Black Mirror
Have you
Castle?
seen anything else interesting?
Yes, we were allowed to look at the castle today. That was really great. The ruins are totally creepy.
But the chili we ate was even better. It was the most delicious I've ever eaten. The trip was worth it for that alone.
Oh. I should try that too. Well,
Varmasti oli.
enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
Jutu. Pinball.
A pinball table. Like everything else around here, looks a bit second-hand. Now let's see. High score. First place, Tom. Second place, Tom. And so on.
Niin. Se on ite vaan pelannut sitä.
Ninth place, Vic.
Vic?
Interesting.
Kuka on Vikki? Eikö se paikassa niinku mitään muuta oikeesti? Okei.
I don't feel it. I don't know.
Näillä ei ole mitään muuta siis. Selvä. Aika tyhmä pubi oli. Ei ollut mitään tarjottavaa mulle. Enkä varmaan pysty käyttämäänkään mitään näistä. En. Antaa pullon suoraan tunkea jonkun suuhun tuolla. Juos se paska. Höh.
I've got nothing more to say to the guy.
Okei, mennään sinne hotelliin. Täällä ei vissiin mitään muuta ole. Let's go to the hotel. Tää on se kirjasto
hello, Miss Valley. It's a small world.
Darren, nice to... yes, who'd have thought it?
Is everything all right?
Me? Yes, why? I mean, why not?
You seem a bit nervous.
Oh, no. I'm just with Murray about... I just see ghosts. It's just the 12 years, you understand.
No.
And how could you? You aren't... I mean, every 12 years... Every 12 years, something terrible happens.
Mitä?
In the village, in the castle, in the forest. Dreadful things.
Älä ala itkemään. Voi syö pikkunen.
Miss Valley, can I somehow...
Pull your pants down.
Oh no, please excuse me. It's just that a lot has happened recently, and I thought... Never mind.
No. What did you think? And what's it got to do with this 12-year cycle?
It's got nothing to do with you. Fortunately. I have to go.
Ei voi kertoa vaan suoraan, samalla kuin se Fullerin paski on. Sinä menet pois, niin. Mene sinne.
What's wrong with her? She seems to have some serious problems. But so have I. Still no trace of Angelina.
Angelina on varmaan tapettu jo.
Brilliant idea tonight.
Joo. Se oli taas aika omaperäistä ajattelua toiminut. Ehkä mä sain jonkun luista videon teneen. Älä puhu sillä, älä puhu.
Good evening, Murray. What have you got there?
A letter for your friend.
A letter for Angelina? Unlikely. Who knew that she was here?
But that's what's written on it. Miss Angelina Morgan, Golden's Palace. It was posted somewhere very close to here. Yesterday, I would assume.
Will you give me the letter? It could be important.
Indeed, it could. Important for Miss Morgan.
Give me the damn letter. I got it.
You've got to restrain yourself, young man. This letter is addressed to Miss Morgan. And I'm not going to breach the sanctity of the post to...
Murray! Angelina has been missing since yesterday. No one in the village has seen her. Maybe she's been kidnapped. Have you considered that?
Perhaps she's on a day trip and doesn't want anything more to do with you. Have you considered that? I must think of the hotel's reputation. I'm not going to give you the letter.
But...
Calm down. Nyt se tulee vetää turpiin. God damn it. Ai se pisti sinne. Jahas. Hyvä tietää.
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Thank you. You've done enough already.
Uusi journal-päivitys. Ei kun journal-päivitys. Mihin sä oot menossa? Ah.
There goes my night's rest. I've got to have that letter. It's gonna move things on. I can feel it.
I can feel it. Latest task. Murray's got a letter addressed to Angelina, but who knows that she is here? The letter must have something to do with her disappearance. I need to read it, but Murray is hardly going to let me have it. Will I be able to distract Murray again, or will I have to resort to other methods this time? If you can't distract a guard, then just send him to sleep. Vai niin?
I'm not gonna allow my...
Joo, mä katsoin ton vihjeen saman tien, anteeksi siitä, mutta... tuli vähän suoraan multa toikin, klikkasin vahingossa.
Also, when I look inside again, the robe's completely empty.
Aha.
I'm not gonna find anything interesting in the bathroom. The room is very small, and it doesn't look like Angelina's left me a message.
Ei varmaan joo. Mitäs tää TV?
Should I sit myself down in front of the TV and wait until I see ghostly messages from Angelina in the white noise? Maybe not.
Joo, ehkä ei. Eli jotenkin pitää saada uneen se Murray, mutta meillä on sleeping powdereita. Powdereita, kun... Miten nyt ikinä olikaan ne jutut. Milläkö mä saisin sen uneen? Cup of tea.
Murray sure enjoys his cup of tea in the evenings. He really seems to like.
Okei. Tonne siis pitää laittaa sitä.
Even the hotels. Okay, I've got two problems. How do I get to the lockboxes without Murray stopping me? And how do I open the box with Angelina's letter in it?
Onks tää bukselvis mitä? Mä saan...
A whole load of good books.
Että pystyy niitä sytyttää tule.
Definitely not. I'm not a twisted fire starter. Although the idea is kind of in the right direction.
Aha, niinkö?
A whole load of good books.
Jaahas, mulla ei paljon kamaa kumminkaan ole. Mikä tää Sparkler? Mä vieläkään taju tätä. What the hell is tää Sparkler? Onko se joku viila? En tiedä.
I'd rather chop my hand off. And what's this? Lights up in...
Eli Murrelle ei pysty puhumaan yhtään. Milläkään mä saisin? Mikä täällä on?
It stopped raining and slowly getting dark.
Dark.
I was reading in the train that there's supposed to be a storm with heavy rainfall tonight. Well, doesn't look like that right now.
Jep. Onko tää ulkopuolella mitään kiinnostavaa meille? Me pitäis saada jotenkin toi muri ulos, että me pystyis laittaa tota hemmetin, mikä tää oli, sleep medicationia tonne sen teehen. Sparkle. Vitsi kun pitäis saada tietää mikä toi niinku on.
An entirely ordinary spark. That's the key for the display. Bobby accidentally dropped it.
Niin, mä oon samaa mieltä.
Murray sure enjoys his cup. Murray sure.
No, okei, se ei mitään tosta laita.
I've got to be sure that Murray doesn't notice.
No niin, mä tiedän sen. Tässä ei ole oikeastaan mitään, mitä mä voisin niinku... Vai nytkö mä pystyn laittaa siihen? Aha. Just.
That's it. Sweet dreams.
Can I help you?
No. No thank you. I'm tired and I'm gonna go to bed now.
Very well.
Very well. Se menee.
I'll give him a couple of minutes.
Okei. Ja sit tullaan takas niinkö? Joo. Nyt se vissiin nukkuu jo tuolla. Hahaha. Sammu. Aika uhkarohkea kyllä tää jätkä, että pistää jotain tommosia. Tiedä vaikka jotain myrkkyä olisi ollut. Pystyy ottaa täältä jotain. Et pysty ottaa. Lockboxes.
Okay, Murray's asleep. Now I can get to the boxes. But without a key or a lock-picking tool or something like it, I'm not going to be able to open the box with Angelina's letter in it. And I don't want to go looking for the key in Murray's pockets. He'd notice that and would hand me over to the cops right away.
No, Sparkler? Ei.
Okay, and I don't want to go...
Toi? Tuo avainkaan ei toimi tonne. Tää avain toimii tonne. Ei. Mä tarvii jonkun toolin.
There's just one single match in the box.
Jaa. Mitenköhän minä oikein? Millä mä saan auki ton?
Okay, and I don't want to go look. I'd rather chop my hand.
Ei, toi kai toimi. Mitä se sanoo? Siis,
Okay, Murray's asleep. Now I can get to the boxes.
Key or lockpicking tool.
And I don't want to go looking for the key in Murray's pockets.
Okei. Näitä varmaan yhdistämään saa yhtään mitään aikaiseksi. Lockpicking tool. Onhan mulla knife ja toi ja sparkleri ja kaikki, mut mikä ei teho siihen. Mikä ei teho? Onko taas joku hyökkäys sitä vastaan?
A whole load of good. There's nothing in my...
Täällä kävisi siellä yhtään mitään. Eikä pysty käyttämään tuota kattoon. Enkä tuota kattoon. En. Mitenköhän tästä pääsee eteenpäin? Tarvin avaimen jostain. Mutta missä se on? Missä on avain?
Apart from me?
Niin tossa ei oo mitään. Vitsi kun toi nukkuu tossa. Murray's asleep. Te täällä pubissakaan oisit yhtään mitään, vai olisiko tälle jotain? Ei. Pääseekö tonne? Ei pääse. Ai nyt sä puhut niitten kanssa vai? Okei. Okay.
Evening.
Huh?
Shops.
I need to open a locked cupboard. Could you help me with that?
Me? What makes you think that?
Bobby said something.
The fat idiot ought to keep his gob shut.
Now then, can you help me out?
Call a locksmith. You can buy drink from me, nothing else.
A beer?
Let's have a beer, Tom.
Sure, if you're paying for them both. Just 'cause I own the place doesn't mean I drink for free.
Sure, that's a no-brainer.
Noniin, hörppää vähän. Saatiin vähän kaljaa. Noin, sinne meni kalja alas. Ykkösellä suoraan.
What's up? Why aren't you drinking?
I'm not so fast.
Haha, Yanks, can't handle proper beer, eh?
Tom, you didn't want to have a drink today.
Shut your gob, Spacko.
Spacko.
You're supposed to be real handy, so I've heard.
There's something in that. My dad had a workshop. I used to help him a lot. I was already tuning mopeds even at 10 years old.
Really? I've got 2 left hands. I can't even crack a simple lock.
Nice try. But I'm not that boozed up. And I'm not an idiot like him over there.
Älä sitä kiusaa nyt.
Why don't you have yourself another beer? It's on me.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Please don't.
Se on ihan kännis kohta. Kun mä ostan sit kaljaa ja se koko ajan ryyppää vaan ite. Dareni vaan hörppää tommosen pikkumäärä. Olisiko se tarpeeksi kännis nyt?
Now tell me, Tom, just theoretically speaking, how could I crack a lock in an old safe?
They're not so easy to crack. For a start, you need the right tool.
And that would be...
A lock-picking tool.
No niin.
Aha. And only theoretically speaking, I could get one of those from you?
Do you think I'm a burglar?
I think you'll want the 50 pounds that I'll give you for it.
Get out of it. Go on. Off with your mate, Bobby. You make a lovely couple. A right pair of tots.
Tots.
70 pounds?
I want 200 quid.
I haven't got that much.
Loser. Then you're not getting that tool.
No sit me...
You're all losers. Just using me.
No sit juodaan vähän lisää.
I'd like to bet you couldn't drink 3 pints back to back.
You pay, I'll prove I can.
Okei.
Okay. Go.
Se on ihan pilves toi jälkeen. Tomilla ei ole kunnon viinapäätä.
There you are.
I somehow suspected that wouldn't be a problem for you.
Ja sitten kysytään siitä lockpickin. Noniin, älä sammu sentään, älä sammu. Ei.
Are you a burglar, Tom?
Ei sammunut,
What bollocks? It's all lies. You don't get decent people stealing.
Exactly. Then you also don't need a lockpicking tool then, do you, Tom?
Peace off, you wanker! Get out! Give me some peace! Off you go! And take that idiot with you too!
I'm only going once you've given me that tool. Here, 50 pounds, and I'll bring it back to you.
It's not my fault, you know. It's Bobby. If he wasn't like he is, things would be better. They all left me on my own. They only left me that animal. How could a decent person get on like that? With such a millstone around their neck.
The tool, Tom?
No niin, antohan se meille. Hyvä. Kiitos. Kiitos.
Not by fault.
I'll take him home.
I'm really sorry, Bobby.
It's okay, Darren.
Darren. It's okay, Darren. Nyt mä saan sen lockpickin tuli. Nyt mennään avaamaan se helvetin juttua, katsotaan mikä siellä oikein sen Angelinan.
I feel like the world's biggest asshole.
Because you have the world's biggest asshole, that's why. Nyt mennään avaamaan se hotellin... Mikä lukko olikaan tuolla noin. Open it. Open it. Open it. Avaa se. Nyt heti.
I've got to bend the wire so that the individual lock-in pins are
Ei
arranged
taas
in a
joku
line.
puzzle, ei paska.
After that, the lock should then open.
Bend the wire. Siis mitä? Mitä? I gotta bend the wire. Siis... What? Mä en oikein tähän perehtynyt kyllä kieltämättä. Se menee tälleenkin. Pystyy tän homman niinku laittamaan. Miten mun pitää oikein taivuttaa tätä hommaa? Hau. Silleen, että se menee niinku... Häh? Meneekö sisäänpäin jotenkin? What? What? Mitä? Nyt mä oon kyllä ihan sekaisin tässä hommassa. So you gotta bend the wire. No nyt se on ihan suora. Suora tikku. Se... Joo. Jaa. Ei se mennyt vissiin vieläkään, vai menikö? Ei mennyt aivan alas. Oi hemmetti. Mä en taju tätä hommaa kyllä nyt ollenkaan. Ei avaudu, ei. Pakko painaa tätä.
That's it. The lock's open.
Pakko painaa sitä.
That's it. A letter addressed to Angelina Morgan. Oh, you'd better be worth it.
Katsotaan sitä.
A sealed letter. Angelina's name's on it. It was posted yesterday. Locally around here. I ought to read it. It could get me somewhere. Let's see.
Se sinä lukee.
If anyone's reading this, then something's gone wrong.
My name is Angelina Morgan, and I'm gathering information about Black Mirror Castle, the Gordon family, and a secret society. I feel under threat and am being followed by a man called Reginald Boris. Please contact the police and Darren Michaels in Biddeford, Maine, USA for further information. I've heard scratching noises coming from beneath my room. I'm scared. I have discovered a space under the floor and was able to decipher the code. The solution was known by two storytelling brothers from Germany, GFT 62 17 1 25. I'm going to throw in this letter and ask Murray for another room. Darren, if you're reading this letter, I've really tried, so I'd like to thank you here for your help. I love you.
Why niin?
No. I would break down if anything happened to her. Noises under her room. Reginald Boris creeping about the hotel. Two storytelling brothers.
Onpas siinä. No itse asiassa me pystyttäisiin toi aukasta nytte. Mutta ennen sitä pidetään tauko ja mennään seuraavaksi Risenin pariin. En tajunnut kyllä tuota lockpick-puslea. En tajunnut kyllä yhtään siitä. Joten leikkasin sen pois, ainakin pienen osan siitä. Joku, joka tajuaa tai tajuaisi tuon puslen, niin voi kertoa mulle. Itse en ikinä noista lukkohommista tajunnut kyllä yhtään mitään, mutta saa valaista minua tyhmempää, joten seuraavaksi Risenin maailmaan ja se on moro.